Abdul Aziz Khan, and in this video, I will be talking about this email which was received to me just a few days ago. So basically, Pathloss is now being updated to a major version this time. If you remember, if I show you my Pathloss, uh, the last version was 6.00.75. So they produce 75 updates on the 00 version. So now they are bringing it to 6.01. So this release is a major update. So let's see. I think these are good things in path loss. So first they are adding LTE studies. So we will go in the detail. We will see that what LT studies are being added to it. And then in local area studies, you can save and load. So like right now, the local area studies can be run, but you cannot save and reload. So this is a new thing, very good thing. So, like it's saying that if you save it, then the scope defaults to using the current base station in the study. There is no need to select a group of sections when changing study parameters. So there are many things which are done in local and area studies. Then in area studies, you can do the CI for LTE. So area study can help you in LTE, and you can use profile and these kind of things. Then you can do traffic modeling as well based on some parameters that we will see. Then they are adding LiDAR, USGS LiDAR derived 1 meter digital surface model. But this can be used in USA only, but still we will see in USA that what kind of benefits we can get from this map data. Then passive repeaters antenna heights are now fully editable in individual passive windows. This also we will see. Currently, I don't have any passive, but I know that when we make a passive repeater, then at least the middle side is kind of locked. So I will show you some passive. Okay, or let me make a passive repeater and let me just show you. Let's try to make it fast. Okay, I don't know why, but this does not have any antenna as well. Maybe I have gone to some. Okay, and radio antenna is 18. Okay, I'm just filling it not for any specific thing, but just to show you that what an antenna, what does it look like. So this one is done. I can close this and then okay, this already has this transmission is also already done. So let me create a passive repeater. Okay, so here you can see that this passive repeater has the middle antenna, and we cannot do a lot, but this antenna height we can change. Module antenna heights is not there. Okay, so for this central point, okay, let me try to change it. Yeah, we can change it, but we can change it from here, the antenna heights. So, but still, I mean, like, let's see. We saw this, that how it looks right now. So we will see that after upgrade, what will happen. I mean, because it says that here it says that passive repeater antenna heights are now fully editable in the individual passive window. Antenna heights gains are updated automatically. Then they have an internet connectivity checker also, and you can add mirror site in program startup and defaults. So These are the few major things. Then proxy detection improvement, then added keyboard accelerator for group visibility, added average capacity results of ACM links. So the metric can be used to rather display rejection criteria when designing ACM links if it executed the sum of state capacity weighted by their time in mode. Okay, so I mean, it means that this may be a longer video, or I will make it in two parts. Maybe I will put LT in one part and other things in second part, maybe, or I will see that. But like I'm also quite excited to see that how this new update will look like. But yes, we are getting a very new update in Pathloss. So that we update it and then continue the video. Okay, so if you see here, I have upgraded it to the new version, and now we can see the new version things one by one. So let's start from the LT part. It says that RSRP and RSRQ, the reference signal, receive signal reference power and receive signal reference quality. But one thing, let me make a small disclaimer. I don't have the LTE radio right now. I don't have the correct radio files. So I will not be able to show you exactly, but I will at least show you that how these can be done. I will show you these things, and hopefully when I will get the radios, then I will show you furthermore. So for example, if I go to this and if I open this radio, so one thing that I show you, there's a LTE band filter. This band filter, if you know, this was not there. So you can filter your radios based on the LT band that they support. Now, how this will actually be done? Because as I told you, the problem is that I don't have a LT radio right now. What I did was that I tried to create a radio based on LTE, but it was kind of not possible. So, like if I will apply any LTE band, it will not be visible because currently the radio that I have, they don't have these filters. So let me go back to land mobile. It will show on. Okay, so this was just to show you that the LTE band filtering is now available. If you have the radio files which have the LTE band values, currently as I don't have it, so I cannot, you can say that I cannot show it as well. But when I will have it, then I will hopefully make it again to show you that how it will work with that. But I will show you all the things that how they look like. Like if we go here, it says that LT radio detail now list LT parameters and valid bands. So if we have LT radios, then they will show that. And radios can now be filtered by LT bands based on bandwidth. I will try to make some LT radios somehow, then I will make new ones. So for the local and area studies, like if I go on local study. So now you can see that here the display criteria is LTE RSR and we can change it from here. In the local study we can have LTE RSRP. It is added because before that only these options were there up to feed margin. Now LTE is also there. And if we go to area studies here, we can have both RSRP and RSRQ. So because RSRP has shows you reference power, but this shows you reference quality. So it is based on the interfering or different signals. How many signals you have, it makes the quality based on that. So it is available in the area study, not in the local study only. So we have this, and again, the problem is that I can generate this, it will generate. And if I go to studies and show details, so you will see that in show details, it is showing RSR. But if I put it anywhere, it is not showing me the actual value. Basic reason is that the radio that I have, it's not LTE radio basically. So that's why it is not showing me the LTE parameters. But I just made this video because the update has arrived from many days. So I just had to make a video so that to keep up with the pace of how these are coming. But like I told you that I show you that how it is done. And when I will have the actual radio files, then I will again make for you. So one thing is that we saw was RSRP, RSRQ, channel bandwidth, and now we see that the local area studies can be saved and loaded as well. So like if you see here, these options were initially not there, save and load. They were only create option. If I save it, it will save a local study file, and then you can say that I can work on this file on my time. I mean, I can save different kind of studies, and then I can work on those separately. So the good thing is that you can have some area studies, and then you can check them later. I mean, whenever you have time, then you can check them, and then at that time you can work on them. So once, for example, if you save, then you can same. I mean, you can load as well. And when you will go to load, it will ask you that what study you want to load, and then you can load and then work on that. So we have the local studies saved and loaded. So, but it says that any update will not reflect in study until it is regenerated. So, good thing is that you can make different studies, and then you can compare those, because you have different studies. You can open one previous study. So when existing study is opened, the scope now defaults to using the current base station studies. There is no need to select a group or recreate selection when changing study parameters. Edit menu, and then it has added some. So as we were talking, that you can load, and you can load studies, and you can use it for any comparison, anything. So, okay, local string is saved and loaded. And in the same way, the scope now refer to using the current base station series. There is no need to select a group changing study parameters. Okay. As I told you that I don't have a lot of radio files I'm trying to arrange. So, but as I don't have these, so maybe I will not be able to show a lot of things. But study results for cell under the cursor are now shown in the status bar. Like these kind of things, like if we have some, like if, for example, if I am having some local area study, and then there are some study results, like this is a local area study, and I say, okay, it is generated. Now it's saying that in the status bar, but as I can see that it has currently, it has not exactly generated it right now. This is maybe because that I don't have the correct radio. So even though it is showing that LTRSRP, if I go to study, local study, and I try to show the detail, you can see here that even though it is showing me the RX, but it is not showing me RSRP, because the value is basically, the radio is not the right one. So first I need to have the radio somehow, which I am trying, but when I will get it, I will make a new video. So it has made some show and hide. Like, let me try control 5, control 6, control 6 and 5. Okay, this seems not to be working. So it can show and hide study layers, but when I'm trying to do the same, it is not showing. That's not a big problem, because it's a small thing. And there are two further updates. I am making videos for those as well, but let's leave them for a while. So similarly, we have the area studies, where you can see the RSRQ, and it says that now recalculate correctly when sector channels, other channels are changed. Memory usage has been greatly reduced and improved stability and error handling. I will just show you that when we do the area study, and in the area study, when we generate it, even though it will not show anything, but you can see the RSRQ, the legend is here. Still, it's not showing, because I told you the reason, that the radio is basically not there. If I go to show details, you can see that the RSRQ is here, but nothing is being shown, because the radio that I'm using, they do not support the LTE bands. This is the problem. Otherwise, it should be visible. Then traffic modeling is also added. This is a very nice feature, and you can configure it. I tried to configure, my path loss got crashed. Maybe in some new version it will be fine. But you can go to configuration option, program options, and adapter modulation. If you see here, there's a show traffic results table. So I can show the result table for the time being. Let me show you. Like if I open this, if you see here, we have a capacity wise percent of demand is being made and how much is unavailable. We can configure how it will do. I mean, so the table is viewable now. You can put the table and you can configure the traffic demand values. I try to do it. I can try one more time. It works with the beta distribution. Like for example, I give it any minimum demand, average demand, peak demand, and okay, now it is working. So based on my demand, it made a chart and I say okay, so it has filled this as well. And it says that the demand can be met even on 16 QAM. So even 16 QAM is fine for you. So even if the radio goes in the worst case, it will be fulfilling your demand. And similarly, you can increase the demand, take it to average of 100 and peak of 200 and minimum of 50, and then you can recalculate, and now you see that most of the demand is still met. No, we did a wrong demand rate of 37 MB radio. I'm sorry. Let me put the peak demand, average demand to 30, maximum to 40, and minimum to 10. Okay. Now let's see. So it's again saying that full demand can be met on the 16 QAM. There's some here on 16 QAM showing that capacity as okay, showing total capacity as 74. Maximum demand is still okay. I can play a little bit more, making this 80. Sorry, maximum as 80, average as 60, minimum as 20. Okay, let's see. Okay, now we can see that it has distributed. I mean, to this to be working, you will be 44% of the time you will be in the highest QAM. So, I mean, this was just to show you that there is some more things, I mean, to help you guys. So you can do some traffic modeling. You can see the worst case distribution, but you have to just adjust the mean and standard deviation, and then you can see that. So it's saying that it is now using LiDAR for US. Let me show you. So as we can see from here, that if you go to operation, configure options, program options. So now in program options, you see here there's a LiDAR option here. You can use, for example, I'm using mostly SRTM. For example, if for USA, if you want to use NET, and you can use LiDAR with it, so this will work fine in the USA. The main purpose is to show you that this is now available. For the passive repeaters, as I had told in the start as well, I checked. I was not able to find any big difference. If I go back to my passive repeater, which I have already prepared once, basically, I could not find any bigger difference. You know, I already have a passive repeater, and this already works almost in the same way. So maybe if I will make any further videos, I will be able to find the exact difference. Currently, I mean, frankly speaking, I was not able to find any difference. I have almost checked every other thing, but let me show you, like if you are having any internet connectivity problem, so you can find the support from here. In support utilities, you have a test internet connectivity. So it kind of runs some test and it says that if everything is fine or not. But this happens if you are having any problem, because it's saying everything okay. Now for me, hopefully, because I'm fine, I mean, so it will not show any issue. But as you can see, it's a long test. It's doing a lot of testing on a lot of servers, and it's telling you, like for example, here it's saying that this is connected VPN. No, okay, it's completed. But like for some of these, like for example, this is a some map tiler API server. it's saying that you are not allowed. 404 means that you are not allowed, because it's a API server, so it means that it has to be further configured. But like for example, for some other servers, status is 200. 200 means the status is okay. You are allowed, I mean. So some places has 404. Like these are some map servers. So we cannot directly, I will have to configure these first. So that's a good thing. You can see for everything. You can know that if you are not able to go to some specific, if you are not getting some data, you can check why it is not getting. Then you can use that force for a mirror site. It was in program app program options. So you can force it to use mirror. So it will use mirror sites by force. I will not select it, but I was just showing it to you. Then proxy detection is improved. Keyboard accelerator is also, they put it as Control V, then they change it in the next upgrade because Control V is for pasting. Coverage capacity result for ACM link. So as we don't have ACM links, but for example, if you have ACM operation is also you have selected, and let me show you, like if I go in this. So as we read here, that average capacity is basically calculate sum of all state capacity weighted by their time in mode. So this value, this average capacity is basically sum of all capacities and with their time in the mode, and then that's why like this is 37 MB, but it's using that the average capacity is 74. I mean sum of all capacities and whatever time they have. So that's how it's calculating it, 74 Mbps. So I was thinking to make it as another video, but I think that it's too small. So I will club all of these in a single video so that you don't have to stop it. So I think that was a nice discussion, and you may have kind of liked it. And I'll be making a few more videos because we have two new updates after this, but those are generally very simple updates, a small one, which are not very much. There are not new things, but only some of the issues are resolved. So those should be quick. So I hope you liked it. Let's meet in the next video. Okay, goodbye.